We're back. We're back. So last game of the season, we're going against the Cowboys. If we win, we should end up winning the division along with the first round bye. According to my calculations. I could be wrong. But if we win, then we win the first round bye. He's already waiting, so we just gonna go ahead and get straight into it. So yeah, we need this win. Well, me and him, we both need this win. It was a tight division run. His only loss came from me. So let's see if we can do it 2 times in a row. Let's see can we get this sweep. And since we at home, we going with the black. We're most definitely going black. I just want to see the uniform. And that you want to wear? I'm just letting you know. All right, he wearing all white. Let's get it. We want to kick it. Micah Parsons. Back. F DD. And the sheriff. All right, he got an offensive line. He most definitely has that offensive line.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season.
Start on
We've got
defense.
a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys
Let's go
and
defense.
the Washington Commanders.
And it's a windy night, a windy day.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are
I didn't want
underway
Turpin
from
to get
FedEx
that.
Field. From the 6. And a decent
not
return
want
out to the
Turpin to get that.
27-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams.
Yeah, push him back in there.
As they get him down at the 28. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them as the idea.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's got some space here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
That's straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now this defense for the Commanders, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Prescott now. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
He tried to script that one himself.
Run as he's tackled down inside the 20. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 18. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd down, Hal back to pass. Open man is Samuel, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Powell throwing on third down here. And he finds McLaurin. But he's free going down the left side.
Let's go, Terry.
Touchdown,
Let's go,
Washington.
Terry.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Extra point by Sly is up
All
and
right,
good.
let's play some defense.
That makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away.
Yeah,
and
you know I
off it
want
goes.
Williams to catch it. Aww.
From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
I wanted Williams to catch it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it.
Let's go.
I like the way you've described it.
You got a
Not
yard out of
ideal,
it, though.
but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks.
Great throw.
Open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys.
I don't know why he bit like that, but great throw.
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone.
I'm hoping you
and
would
back out in
overthrow it.
front.
Great
We
throw.
always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
Why you got
Take it
stuck?
a yard or so past the 20.
Why
Call
you
it
got
the
stuck?
21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on.
I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to
now
go
my
into the
playbook
playoffs
on
on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to
just
the
gonna
rest of
run
the
it
league that,
down.
hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
What?
That time the right guard sending him back.
Now want me to be
so many
great.
different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
(10-7) our score after
Hey,
one,
man,
right
that
here
won't
on
be
EA
great.
Sports. Al now to throw it. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First down, Hal to throw. Thomas brings it in. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. In motion left, the tight end. And Hal will throw it. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Great way to come
That's a
back
really
to
nice
that.
job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Take this into the end
Let's go,
zone.
Sammy.
Touchdown, Washington.
Let's roll that boat.
Keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Commanders are able to move back in front. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Sly on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
That's what we want.
From way up at the 23.
Fumble
Nice
that.
return sets him up pretty good here
Fumble
right at the
that.
30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb.
Great
He'll
throw.
take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a first down.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now Prescott.
Great.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 24 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott to throw it. Firing. But I think the ball's out.
There we go.
And it's Washington.
There we go. Stay in. Stay in bounds.
And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football.
Stay in bounds.
It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Yeah, that's a fumble. That's a fumble. Fumbleitis. Fumbleitis.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Faking the handoff, Howell.
I can't get no air up under it. I can't get no air up under it. We'll get it back.
The Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a give here to Pollard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action now, Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route.
Sure he
and he'll have
did.
it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott.
Thank you.
First one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now Howell. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now they go play action with Howell. And this one's incomplete.
Yeah, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Howell. Buying time to his left. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
What a way to stop.
As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Another throw for Howell. Flush to his right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
For the play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is
Let's go, Scary. Scary Terry.
Washington.
Let's go.
Terry McLaurin as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Great throw. Great tackle breaking.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Yeah, we want Williams with it.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
Yeah, throw him down.
Take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively.
Thank you,
Now
Kendall.
this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
If I can't get it, 62. If it like I can't get it,
so with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And we're going to get a timeout.
Not with the win.
With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Second down and a run by Robinson. Good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Second half starts with a run by Gibson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Powell. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise because they accepted the holding penalty. So wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay, so the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Pollard going to try the right side.
Shot that one.
5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as he'll be left with a 3rd and long.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
To about the 48-yard line.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense, though? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Got stuck up in there.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Powell, he'll look to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
119 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. First down, and it's Pollard again.
Yo, he got it.
But he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play.
I can switch over to him. I can switch over to him.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are back within a score. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
The point after is good, and it's now 21-17.
All right, let's put some points up. Golly.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
Good break
and
up.
it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Powell, another throw on second down. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
He just picking everything.
Take possession of the football.
Everything's undercut it.
Hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning through 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
Let's go.
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On second down, it's Pollard. And some room to work.
Here we go.
Good looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Going to run again here with Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Jamin Davis there to bring him down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th.
Let's go. Let's go. Wolves right there, too.
The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball secure. Don't turn it over.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Powell, he'll rifle this one deep right side.
Oh, my
Look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this.
Stop playing
at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Oh, my.
Point after, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Just giving up
there for the Cowboys as they
goofiness.
run up to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
Don't you get that ball
Coverage
up.
there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
All right. 4th quarter. We down 3.
Ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll be out right at the 35. 76 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hopefully he burned one. Because I guess I can't burn 2. I guess I'm finna lose 5 yards. Or maybe he declined it. Who knows?
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
All right.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Powell. And that one going to come up short.
I don't know what that was.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
I know it's a blitz coming from somewhere. Let's go that way. Let's do that.
4th down, Howell, desperation time. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
The doggone interception show.
On 1st and 10.
That's what gave it. Then I had to burn all my doggone timeouts.
They'll run with Pollard. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Hey,
this is where
they gave that man all those interceptions, man. That jump was so wussy whack.
Let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
If I can get this stop, it'll mean a lot. I know how to attack them now.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
Whatever.
It's an absolute killer. It's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play.
So that's how we playing there.
3rd down and less than a yard. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. On the sneak, it's Prescott. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 1 yard is the gain. And the Cowboys are set up now with a 1st and goal.
My offense let me down. Too many turnovers.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Williams will try again. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. With the ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah,
obviously, everybody know what I'd like to do.
Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
We should have won, but the interceptions was whack.
They will send this one away.
A minimum of 2 on was whack.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Powell to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the court.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Should have stayed asleep, laughing out loud.
Well,
hey, man, you can't win them all.
You can't win them all. They trailed it in intermission. They come out, they have the big second half.
I ain't made no trades to my team.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making
adjustments. I guess I shoot myself in the foot. But something that's, man, watch the game back.
Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week,
he
often still holds.
undercut
You don't have to make
everything.
wholesale changes.
But that's fine.
Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner.
Hopefully we see each other again in the playoffs.
And that led them to
but trust
victory.
me, I ain't tripping.
So for Dallas,
I am not tripping, but once again, good game. Not take nothing away from him. He won.
Record. And now they'll have the week off as they get set
but
to go after a Super Bowl
in the playoffs.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
I'll make some changes.
They fall for just the 3rd time to finish at 14-3 overall. And now they'll have to see how the final playoff picture will all shake out.
I know why this happened. He bit on the play action for some reason. He got back in play on this one. I should have went higher though. I should have went to Samuels. But by the time I threw it, it was already too late. I should have went with Samuels. So that's me. Benjamin got one back. Terry. Kendall got one. And then the second half, we just played terrible. To show any of the interceptions. Yeah, he was, I was just throwing it directly in their zones. I should have underthrew that one. And then he got me with this one. Another play action. He stayed on top of it. Just got beat. That's me. I didn't play up to par. But that's fine. Good game. We split. We split for the season. We split for the season. All right. Well, let's see. Playoffs. Could have got the 1 seed. Stuck in number 5. Well, next video in this episode, we'll be playing in the playoffs. Hopefully we'll see you there. I don't have a time yet because they moved the way they move. All right, y'all. Until next time. We gone.